Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We shall start now. Thank you very much for allocating your valued time for our webinar today regards to Fanvil two-wire solution. This webinar is going to be sharing with you the most cost-effective methodology applied towards a very cost-effective market solution. Yeah. So some rules good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, somebody was messaging me good afternoon. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ganesan Chandran. You can also call me GC. Many call me with this terminology, I would say, called GC. Yeah. So I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Toshi Sdn Bhd. And I have here together with me to walk the entire team through on this topic of today will be our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Ali Hanshan, in which I will be handing over the baton later, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this solution is going to be this solution is a fantastic solution. It is basically giving a severe eye-opener for many projects. And we wish with this information that we're going to share with you today, you can take this to your market in this competitive industry, right? So without further ado, let me take you to the next slide. Now, agenda of the day, we're going to be talking about a very introductory, who is Toshi? Number two, we're going to be talking to you about the solution of the day, the two-wire solution, product highlights, some configuration guide, user scenario. We're going to give you case study too. And at the end of the day, there will be some question and answer sessions, right? Now, the next one. We got something interesting. This is not going to be a boring session. We will try to make you all alive. There will be 3 takeaway. It is Ringgit Malaysia 50 Starbucks e-gift. And you can only win 1 e-gift only, yeah? Now, and how you going to win this? Listen and pay attention, right? We are going to make this quiz on these 3 gifts as smooth as possible. It is not going to be very complex. So we just want you to be with us. Gather all whatever questions that you have that is going along together with you, all right? And raise it up. We would like this to be as interactive as possible towards the end during the question and answer session, all right? Throw us as much as questions as you want because we are good in what we are doing, right? Now, moving, next one, please. Who is Toshi? Toshi began its career in Malaysia since 2006, right? Listen very carefully, yeah? Toshi, as a distributor, is a sole distributor of unified communication and digital signage product. We got 2 verticals in the company, right? So the company has been established since 2006, right? So all the product portfolios that you see here, some are on the unified communication and some are on digital signages, where we happen to be the sole distributor of both, right? Now, along the way, somewhere towards beginning of this year, we have been actively encouraging all our partners to come join into our partner channel program, right? So for those who have not done so, please do so, right? Because it is so interactive that you can look into the stock availability, you can purchase, you can even instruct test where do you want the delivery to be done within Klang Valley, all right? And the beauty part is basically you will know on the stock availability there and then, right? So this is the platform that basically you can see once you've logged on, right? So now moving forward. Yes, I've got some question. Okay, I answer you this question, Trisha. Is Malaysia? No, as I mentioned just now, delivery is made available without any extra charges within Klang Valley. Yeah, Klang Valley, right? Now, okay. To start off, let's. Can we? I will throw you a question. Okay. So we just went through few couple of slides, and the first question will be. Hang on. To answer this question, all right. What you guys have to do? What do you guys have to do now? You got to make sure in the you open up the chat, all right, in within the webinar, all right, and answer the question in that particular platform, all right. So the winners, we will basically give you the gift via the email, okay, and one candidate is only entitled for one gift, but if the one candidate can answer all the question, we welcome. We can see what we can gather for you at the end of the session. All right. Who knows? Maybe you can take back home a free system. All right. So we may never know what is behind the bag. So the first question goes this way. When was, I repeat, when was Toshi established? I see many answers coming, and some answer is correct. So the one that who have got the answer correct, Mr. Ali, can we have the winner's name announced here, Mr. Ali?
Yes, good afternoon. So our first winner is Tricia. We got the first answer in the chat from Tricia. So after
Right.
the event, our team, if you don't mind,
Trisha,
Tricia,
congratulations, Trisha. Trisha, yeah. Trisha, you're from where? Which company are you representing?
I'm from N Dynamics. Actually, I'm based in Sarawak. Hence, I asked the question whether do you actually deliver it to East Malaysia?
Oh, delivery, yes, for sure, Trisha.
Okay.
Delivery, yes. Free delivery, no, but delivery, yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for participating and being so alert.
No problem.
Thank you very much. So moving along. So we have already a first prize winner. So moving along, to take you and the entire team to the next level on the two-wire solution, I would like to invite our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Ali Anchan, to orchestra the balance of the presentation deck. Welcome, Mr. Ali.
Yeah, thank you very much, GC. Very nice introduction, and we are very happy that we see many of our friends, partners joining to this webinar. Hopefully, you will take away some useful information that can make your business more successful and open some new opportunity for you to participate and make money. Right. So as the topic of this webinar relay the message, there are many times that we have been assigned with the requirements, especially on those old buildings that they have legacy phone system, PABX, which sooner or later we will see plenty of them have to migrate toward the IP. But the main challenge is who is going to do the network cabling, because there are many challenges in those kind of migration. Of course, we also have solutions where you can use voice gateway to use analog phone through the IP phone system. But then how if some customer, they want the full IP experience, which means at the end point, they are asking for IP phone. So that is one of the problem scenarios. Another case could be, is not about the phone system only. It's any project, you might need the network point far away from your next available network connection. Imagine you're doing a CCTV or IP speaker. Even you want to put a small PC at the guardhouse for a security officer, and there is no network connection, but there is a two-wire cable. So this is where our innovative solution from Fanvil comes into the picture. Right. So as we know the problem, now let's say how this Fanvil is going to give us a remedy. So as in this diagram, you can see the Fanvil solution provide you a box, a gateway, or we call it a switch, that's converting your network, which is an RJ45 connection, which is shown in the green, to a two-wire connection. So in this diagram, the fan will give you a special endpoint, a two-wire IP phone, which is a fully IP experience. You have all the goodness of IP, while the connection is over two-wire, which means literally you can utilize your existing analog telephone line. Another example, maybe your project is not about telephony. So therefore, again, our Fanvil solution will provide you a bundle, a pair of these switches or gateways that can convert from network to the two-wire and vice versa, which means at the end, you can convert it back to IP. Plus, you have a PoE injection as well. So as this sounds interesting, we will dive further through. And since it's converted to wire, there might be a question, what sort of wire I can use to connect to this solution? So as far as you have any sort of ELV cables or telephone line, or even if a network cable is there, you can use them as a two-wire. So it doesn't matter. As far as you have a good quality, a pair of copper cable, you have the connectivity at the far end. Of course, the bandwidth and the speed of network connectivity, it might be affected. However, you still have the connection back to your network. Right. So since we were talking about those situations that we require to revamp from PABX legacy phone system at the left side, and then the customer wants a fully IPPBX experience. Of course, the ideal scenario for customer is to have PoE switch, all network cable, but sometimes it's not feasible, right? As imagine some of those cases that we mentioned, imagine you are given an operating hospital, a medical center that's running on the PABX, and they want to migrate to a IPPBX. So this migration, laying down the cables, procuring the switches, etc., it takes a huge time and effort that requires for deployment. So that is highly impact the feasibility of project to fully migrate to IP. So one of the workaround that is always there and has been there from long ago is to utilize the voice gateways. As most of you guys are in the telephony business, I would imagine you are familiar with voice gateway, but those who are might not be aware of what is voice gateway. In a nutshell, the voice gateway is a converter that convert the IP technology in telephony, particularly is a SIP protocol, to an analog two-wire output, right? We have done many projects through our resellers that the voice gateway has been deployed as a solution where the customer want to maintain the existing analog phones. So that is perfectly fine, still utilizing the two-wire. However, the disadvantage is that the user, the end user, is still experiencing the analog phone, because we know on our IP phone, we have plenty of nice features like voice conference, voicemail checking, call diverting, do not disturb, and many more, which you are not getting such features through an analog extension. So therefore, this voice gateway, although might give us a solution, but is not the perfect choice. And that's where the Fanvil comes with this innovative idea that built these special switches or gateways, whatever you call it, that it converts the network to a two-wire. And also Fanvil produced special IP phones that directly can be connected to this two-wire connection. So this is giving the customer all the goodness of maintaining and utilizing the current telephone lines in this kind of upgrade project. At the same time, they are experiencing the full IP benefits at the end user side, because we have the two-wire IP phones, which later we walk through the available options. So as we can see, those products that made available by Fanvil resolve lots of issues in this kind of situation, where we need to redo the cabling or have a poor experience. The customer is not able to use IP phones. So by using the Fanvil two-wire products in combination as the project needs, you will save lots of time and money. The investment for customer will be minimized using existing infrastructure. And then at the same time, they will have a full experience of an IP telephony system. Right. Okay. The next is just to walk through our product highlights. What are the products when we say Fanvil made this two-wire? Let's quickly walk through and find out what are the products available. So as endpoint, Fanvil is manufacturing two IP phones that they are operating over the two-wire. They are designed to operate and work with the Fanvil two-wire switches. and enjoy the full experience of IP at the desk phone. And they are powered up by the same two wires, so you don't need an external power supply. Right? So the first model is X303 two-wire. This is twin similar products. We have X303, which is IP-based, but the product ending with two-wire relay the message that although it's an IP phone, but the connectivity is over two-wire connection. So it's quite mid-range on the IP phones. It supports 4 zip lines. It can be mounted as a desk or wall mounted and comes with the color LCD and lots of additional features and functionality. This is a good product if your project is office, a home user, small offices that requires a desk phone. As there are plenty of opportunity in hotel and hospitality, Fanvil also comes with these special products, H1 two-wire, which is made for hotel projects. So this is a great product that can address the issue on the hotel environment. And the good thing is that the faceplate of this product can be printed with the hotel name. So this can be customized based on your project. So if you are working on a special hotel, so we can print the hotel name on this faceplate. So it shows a better branding on the customer as well. So beside the two IP phones, we also have these switches that they are acting as heart of this two-wire solution. There are 3 models, PN1, PN8, and PN24. So as the name relays, the number of ports comes as part of the product number. So PN1 provide us one single port of two-wire output. PN8 provide us 8 two-wire output. And PN24 provide us 24 two-wire output. So as you can see on the picture, there is a network port that connects this switch to our back-end network. And respectively, you have RJ11 connectors that connects to your existing two-wire telephone system. So as for wire, if you have any ELV cable or the existing telephone lines, it's perfectly fine to use. Even we have some projects, they use Cat6 or Cat5 cables, because with one cable, you can have 4 telephone lines on one cable. So it depends on the environment that what is available. So the good thing is that once we connect the two-wire cable to these 3 gateways, so we have a range of 300-meter transmission of data and power supply. So which means once we install this switch, at the far end, you will have network connectivity and the power supply for PoE, which can power up your two-wire phone, or even CCTV that we can show in later slides. So just to recap, there are 3 switches with different capacity, PN1 with 1 port, PN8 with 8 port of the two-wire, and lastly PN24 with 24 port of the two-wire. Right, so as I talk too much, let's have another Starbucks voucher giveaway. So once again, if you don't mind to open your chat and make sure you're ready to key in your answer when I reveal the next question. So I give you a few seconds to open up your chat, and 1, 2, 3. So our second question is how many port of 2-wire is available on PN8? On PN8, how many
Wow, we have got
2-wire?
too many alert people, Mr. Ali.
That is great, GC. I can see all our partner have a sharp mind, very fast fingers. Right. So I can see majority are very correct questions.
And the first
So
one,
the winner is Vanessa that
Vanessa.
given us the right answer. PN8, as the name portray, comes with 8 2-wire ports. Thank you everyone who participates.
Congrats, Vanessa.
Yes, we still have one more, so stay tuned till the end of the session, and let's see who will grab the very last Starbucks voucher from us. Okay, right. So now that we are partially familiar with our available products, let's see how difficult it is to set up and install and do the configuration. Right. We have just one question from Gerard. Mr. Gerard is asking if this PN24 can be cascades. Yes, there are possibility that gateways can be cascades. However, if you have a large projects, the most common use is that each of these gateway connect to a network port, and then not necessarily need to be cascades. They can be in parallel, but we are more than happy to discuss on your project requirements. Right. So as we can see, our switches, our 2-wire switches, they are coming with the power supply. They are truly plug and play. You don't need to do any configuration. You just connect to power supply, and then from network side, you plug to your network switch, and you simply need to connect your 2-wire to the output of these switches. So depend on the product you're using, if it's PN1, 8 or 24, you have number of ports which you plug your RJ11 connectors, and then at the far end you can simply plug a 2-wire device. So this is a connection diagram where you're using a Fanvil 2-wire devices. So the 2-wire device also has the connectivity. There is a 2-wire connection behind, which is again an RJ11 connection. And this will power up your IP phone, even if it's far away, up to 300 meter, although this 300 meter might be affected depend on your cable quality. So this is 300 is in the best scenario. So another connectivity diagram. Yes, we got a very good question, Mr. Omar Khayyam. This is one of the things I will show in the next slide for clarity. So this is another example when we are not using a 2-wire device at the far end. So as you can see, our PN1 in this example, at the network side, we will use a power adapter that comes with the PN1 gateway. So with that connection, the PN1 at the left side, let me just draw something. So this PN1 that we have at the left side will act as our main converter. It will convert the network to a two-wire, and also at the same time inject the PoE and power to this connection. At the far end, we will have a reverse connectivity that converts the two-wire back to network. So at this side, we already have a network plus PoE, which means you can literally plug any device. So in this diagram, we use one of Fanvil intercoms, but that provides you opportunity to use and plug any device at the far end. Again, it's totally plug and play. No configuration is required. So just to answer Mr. Omar Khayyam about the polarity sensitivity, this diagram shows exactly, you are right, that is definitely one of the crucial part that need to consider during the installation. So as you can see at behind of the device where we have the two-wire port, there is a positive and negative. So therefore, you need to make sure you plug the polarity to the right way. So that's something you need to do. Either your two-wire has a marking, or you need to do a kind of testing to ensure during deployment you connect the right polarity to the device. Right, so yeah, this example again shows another scenario where a bigger switch acts on the network side to convert the network to two-wire. And then at the far end, we can utilize the PN1 to convert back from the two-wire to an IP. Right, so let's walk to some of the actual usage scenario. So this will give you a better understanding how we can use this range of products in our projects. So in summary, where we are going to choose the two-wire solution. If you're talking about a telephony system, definitely we suggest to go with two-wire in those cases that the endpoint requires an IP experience, right? So whether you are using some of the Fanvil two-wire special-made products or any other IP phones, intercom, or even CCTV camera, as far as at the far end, you are expecting an IP functionality, the two-wire is the answer to your requirement. This will save time and cost and budget, and also it minimizes the migration, especially for few projects that our partner done. They have found it that it's very quick to deploy. It's reduced the impact on the customer when they reuse existing wiring, and at the same time that you know, the two-wire giving you an IP experience. So you have at the far end experiencing all the goodness of IP telephony. So this is an example that a PABX system with analog telephony at the user side has been migrated to fully IP experience. So with that, the device, the PN24 has been utilized to convert the network to IP, to two-wire. And then at the end point, the device has been used with Fanvil 2-wire IP phone. In this example, X303 2-wire has been used. So this will give the customer a full IP experience while they reusing their existing cables. Another example is for hotel environment. So in this project, also the hotel has PIBX, a separate call recording system, lots of additional gateways. So we know that the fact they are required to migrate to IPPBX. So the challenge was to provide the IP phone for each of the rooms. So the way it has been deployed at the system, again, at each floor, the PN8 has been installed to give the 2-wire connectivity for each room. And then these rooms upgraded to H1 2-wire that utilizing the 2-wire technology, and the hotel phone is very stylish and all the good features that comes from H1 hotel series. So this again reduced the impact, the quick deployment in the same riser. They just installed PN8 for each floor, and then it provides the connectivity for the rooms. This is also another example for a small medium office with 70 users. So they run away and they want a dedicated connectivity for phones. So again here, the IPPBX, they have used a Zyco PBX here with a PN24 system and PN8. They achieve connectivity to all the users within the office and provide them the X2 phone as the endpoint. And they have an entrance which they want to upgrade to advanced intercom from Fanvil with face recognition and stylish design. So for this case, again, at the far end, a PN1 has been used because this I67 is not a 2-wire compatible. So we have to reverse back from 2-wire to IP at the far end. And then we have connected the intercom. And the good thing is that, again, the PoE carried with this 2-wire. So there is no external power supply required to power up this intercom. Right, so this is another example of deploying a small intercom for indoor-outdoor connection utilizing the 2-wire system. So inside the property, whether it's office or even the home user, we can have a network connection to indoor panel, and then a PN1 connected to power supply will convert our network to a 2-wire plus PoE. So here we have the power as well. And then at the far end, we reverse back from 2-wire to the PoE and network, which can power up the I60. Right. Another example we have is the common problem that you might face inside the lift that someone need to install, let's say, an intercom or CCTV device. So again, this is a perfect example how the Fanvil 2-wire can be used in this kind of environment where you have a a limited space, difficulty on cabling, right? So this is really give you an upper hand to minimize the necessity of new cabling. As far as you have two spare cable, two wire, because sometimes between the lift body, the car part, and the control room, there are some control cable anyway. So as far as you have one pair of cable, one pair of wires, so one pair of wires available, you can utilize these, and at the inside the lift you can install CCTV, and then or any device that you require. So you can reverse back inside the lift by another PN1, so it will convert the two wire to the IP. Right, so this is you can really expand, and imagination is up to you, because at the end, once we reverse back using another PN1, we have a network connection. So it's up to you what device you are going to connect. Even you might connect a small PC, as I said, maybe in the guardhouse of the condo, you want to provide a computer, a PC, or any network connection that requires. So you can utilize this two wire to reverse back from two wire to an IP connection. Okay, right. So this is one of another example, especially in residential, is similar concept where you can utilize PN1 to convert, excuse me, the network to a two wire, and you reverse it back at the far end. I can see lots of questions. Please keep your question. At the end, we will have a QA. We will ask either you open your mic so we can have a better conversation, or put your question inside, because might be difficult to catch up, but definitely we will have enough time to address all your questions. Thank you.
Mr. Ali,
Yes, JC.
I've been championing replying some of the
Yeah,
answers
yeah. I had
with,
an
with my
eye. Saw you are quite
with my
busy.
limited technical knowledge.
No, GC, we trust that your knowledge is one of pioneers, because if you don't know the product's features, functionality, how you sit in that
So
position?
yeah, something is wrong with the CEO already.
No. Right. Yeah, yeah. So we will spend much time at the end. There might be lots of questions, but hopefully we will address all of them. Right. So another example I have is uh, again a mixed environment on the large deployments like medical centers. It could be a school, it could be university, it doesn't matter. As far as you need a network connection far away from the network port, the Fanvil is the answer to your requirement. So as I said, 300 meter on the ideal ideal two-wire connection is the distance that you can get network and PoE at the far end. But there is another numbers that I want to share. If you don't need PoE at the far end, the distance that your two-wire cable can go up to is 1,500 meters. Right?
Excuse me?
Yes.
You always excite people, but where did this come from?
So the 300 meter is limitation if you need network and PoE at the far end.
Oh.
Right? So if here we need PoE to power up this device, PoE, so this distance maximum is 300 meter. So within 300 meter, the PN1 will inject both power and network, and at the far end, we have a PoE and network available.
Okay.
But imagine you have a power supply here. So you don't need the PoE, right?
Right.
So this distance can be 1,500 meters.
Gosh.
So this is opening the door again for lots of usage, because there is no way you can pull a single network cable for such distance.
Mr. Ali,
Yes, please.
each each PN box need power supply, right?
It comes with power supply. Yeah, here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
come with power supply. So at the camera, where is the power supply?
You
PN1
need to
box?
have your power supply on this camera.
Camera, yes. What about the box?
The box doesn't need the, sorry, yes, here also you need the power supply. Yep.
Okay. And 1,500 meters.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
So here you will have data connection at the far end only. So with that, I will pass the deck to GC again to walk through to one of our case studies, a real
Right.
example that how this Fanvil solution has helped the customer and partner to enjoy fully IP experience with very tight budget and timeline in the project. Okay, GC, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Ali. All right, team. Everyone, let me tell you a case study that we did with one of our partner who's here. The partner is JD Networks. JD Networks, I see you here. Can you say hi?
Hi, Ganesh.
Jay, thank you. Thank you for taking us to this project, and look at it. We are talking about it today to a pool of people,
Oh, thank you.
right? So that is Mr. Jay, who has been with us for the last 6 years, and who believed in us, taking us for a tender project. Interesting project whereby Hospital Tunku Jaffa in Negeri Sembilan wanted to revamp a telephony system, which was formerly they were using a Philips PBX, right? And they were using the tender the tender came out to replace a PBX, right? PBX. It was never mentioned IPPBX. It was just a PBX. So a daring move that we went in with was with our IPPBX in order to replace we had this in our mind to replace the existing digital phones by using a two-wire IP phone and to maintain the rest of the analog phone as well. So when we went for this particular project, can I have the next slide, please? Right. So if you can see, this is the entire project single line view that JD Networks implemented together with us. The PN24 was there to facilitate approximately 48 numbers of digital phones, and we facilitated all the analog extensions, the existing analog phones, by using a Zyco analog extension gateways. That was approximately, I would say, maybe like almost like 400 odd extensions, 400 odd extension. And this was the main core PBX was the Zyco PBX which could accommodate 600 extension. And not only that, it was a bit complex though. We integrated this with the main hospital, which was running on a Panasonic, on a Panasonic, which on this platform it was running on a ISDN PRI. So it was an ambitious exploration, but we made it happen. whereby at the end of the commissioning, everybody was was thrilled to see how this technology made it possible, and we implemented the IP-PBX without touching into the hospital network. All right. So the IP phone was deployed over a 2-pair existing copper cable, where we basically cross-jumped with the existing cabling system and brought it up all the way. Listen, guys, the PBX was installed on a basement level 4, and it could be able to power up a 2-wire IP phone, which was situated on a level 6. All right. So it basically made that possible, and we were able to commission the system, and the system has been running fantastically well till today. Mr. J, could I ask you live, all this while this deployment, did the customer experience any problem so far?
Tashut, so far no problem. You know, the time when we hand over this PABX to the client, the JKR was there, Mediwest was there, KKM was there, and all the other contractors was there, you know. So
Right.
they actually asked for proof of concept, which we submitted, and Tashut, everything works well. Until today,
Right.
there's no hiccups lah.
Thank you very much, Mr. J, to keep our faith moving and being our strong supporter. And as what Mr. J Shankar was mentioning, during the handover, JKR was there, and Kementerian Kesihatan was there too. And with this project pilot rolled out, we are now getting invitation to participate more on other government projects with other resellers via Kementerian Kesihatan too. So without this experimental project, this would not been possible. And moving to the next slide, we can even show you this. That will show you like how the PN24 was engineered. I believe that was one of the questions Mr. Gerard posted just now, whether a PN24 could be cascaded. Here you could clearly see, Mr. Gerard, yes, it can. It definitely can. So the terminology, topology diagram clearly explains to you how the PN24 is being cross-jumped to an SDF or a MDF on the D side, so that it can distribute the power to the last mile connectivity. Next slide, please, sir. Yeah, the IP phone that we deployed. The next one, sir. So the connectivity from the existing faceplate, we didn't even change the existing faceplate. We made use of the existing faceplate. Yeah. So you could see from the PN24 a single pair copper cable that was terminated on the RJ11 goes all the way to the MDF, and from the MDF we could from the distribution level we could see a single pair cable, yeah, a 2-wire cable going to the last mile wall socket, right, to power up and to get the Fanvil 2-wire IP phone working. Okay, right. Next one. So some of to share with you, everyone will be fascinated to know, like, what are we doing with our partners and where have we installed this so far, right? We have successfully deployed this with JD Networks in Kementerian Kesihatan at Hospital Tunku Jaffa. And now currently there are other projects that we are currently doing together with Mr. J of JD Networks as well. Attorney General Office, Jabatan Peguam Negara, is being deployed with approximately almost 200 over phones. Bank Rakyat, Al Rahyu, Produa, UMW, and Agrobank. So these are some of our key blue chip customers that we have are doing currently deployment on the Fanvil 2-wire IP phone technology. Having said this, my dear partners, my dear friends, Mr. Ali, are we coming to the end of this slide?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
JC.
the last one.
Now we have time to open the deck for any question from
Yeah,
partners.
but before that, let me before we throw you guys are throwing us the bullets. Let me tell you this, my friends. We are not here to sell, right? We are not here to sell. We are here to share you, right? We are here to share you because we are the only ones who have got this technology. And believe me, believe me, this technology has done a severe revolution in selling IP telephony towards towards the converged copper industry. I'll give an example, friends. A typical government office or any bank institution, right, who have been using a legacy PBX system, in order for us to convert them into a full-fledged IP telephony, all right, this is going to cost a bomb, all right, a bomb whereby if you're talking about a bank is not going to allow you to make use of the existing computer UTP cable, and they would say like, okay, you got to lay a new cable, and that new cable is going to cost humongous of an investment. New cable is also equivalent to new network switches, right? New edge switches is also equivalent to high density layer 1 switches, and all this will add up to be couple of millions. Yeah, so imagine this, have this with you as you're ending your session with us today. If we could save a client 6 million ringgit on a revamping of a network cabling infrastructure with the network switches to maintain the existing cabling system, and for them to only purge out approximately 1.5 million ringgit to revamp towards the new latest telephony, IP telephony, how would you be portrayed at the customer portfolio, right? So this is something that I have to say. So now we will leave for any question and answer.
Okay,
Please,
great. Yes, thank you very much, GC. Let me open our camera. If anyone also would like to open camera while talking, we don't want to make it a one way. So at least,
yeah, let us see each other.
yeah, at least we have more close to face meeting. So please, anyone, we are waiting for first question.
Mr. Ali?
Yes, please.
Cliff, how are you, man?
Very good.
Hey, good to see you.
Now, I just want to find out a few things regarding the gateway or the so-called two-wire gateway units.
Right.
I do believe that in France, it comes with the RJ11 connector. Do you have the infinite connector connect behind?
No, let me just see if there is a picture of the products in the slides. So all these products, they come with the single connectivity of RJ11.
Yeah.
So whether it's PN1, PN8, or PN24, you need to use this sort of connectivity to connect to your patch panel.
All right. Okay. Then the other things, when we come into details about the so-called the PN series,
Yeah.
any kind of the technical configurations on the network side,
No.
other than just key in the IP address And can you share the so-called the details about the configurations on the network side?
It's truly plug and play, unless you want to, because what this device does, it's literally acts as switch, right? So you imagine this is an unmanaged switch which plug to your network, right? So this will get DHCP IP from your router or DHCP server and then assign to each port and then convert to the two wire. But definitely we can share you a detailed configuration and also technical documents. If you don't mind to send us an email to sales@toshi.com.my, I would be more than happy to share the technical documents, while many of them are accessible on Fanvil website. But to be straightforward, you can reach out to us. We are more than happy to share.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you. Right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, I'd just like to check, yeah.
Who's this?
Okay,
Vic?
for the
Oh,
Vicky,
Unixcom.
Unixcom.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay,
Vicky.
right.
Okay, hi Ali. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry,
Yeah,
long
okay.
time no see you guys. Hopefully,
Yeah,
I'll come over very soon.
sure. Okay, just want to check. Okay, on the PN1, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, when you plug it at both ends, okay, okay, the main end, let's say on the server room, it goes back to the network switch, correct?
yep.
And on the other end, can I connect it back to a network switch and share to my network? Can I use this PN1s as a gateway? I mean, optional gateway. That means a gateway plus with the telephony ports.
Yeah. Most
And then
likely it's
how?
possible, but it's not something we tested. I can take note and check whether we test in-house or we ask Fanvil, but theoretically it should be possible, because what this PN1 does is do a signal conversion and modulation and then reverse back. So by right, this far end point should behave as same as this point, right? Although one thing
So
that I need to remind is the bandwidth. So of course you will not expect a full 1000 meg bandwidth here. So make sure if you are using such kind of scenario, if you are going to put a switch here, so there is no guarantee how much bandwidth or how speed, how is the network speed you are getting here if you are going to connect multiple devices at far end, because there are many things involved, the quality of your cable, the distance, etc.
okay, so it means that it hasn't been tested that how many devices at the endpoint. Maybe like for ELVs, like for cameras, CCTV and all this thing, it
Yeah.
should be able to support, right?
So what we recommend, and the scenario recommended by Fanvil, is 1-to-1. So as you can see in all these diagram, for each endpoint there is one PN1, right? This technology is not recommended to use as a kind of multi-node at the endpoint. So
Okay, if I have, let's say, about 3 cameras nearby that, and I want to use this PN1 to convert it, it should be able to, right?
This is something we need to check. Again, as I said, the
We don't know
bandwidth
how
is the
many.
major issue, because if,
Yes.
let's say, you're trying to record full HD back there in your NDR, right?
Yes.
So if you are using full HD, you need a very high bandwidth. And then if you want to combine multi-device on 1-2 wire, that is a bottleneck, right?
Okay, understood.
Yeah, so this is not something that we recommend or Fanvil recommend, because it's just provide you a last resort to save time and money. But of course, we want to be smart to maximize our investment. But I don't think that is something recommended.
Well, Vicky,
Okay,
by all
okay.
means, you can get a POC unit from us. You can take it back and you can test it at your lab to see
Yep,
whether
yep.
that fulfills your requirement. Because we are giving, don't mistaken us, we are giving as an option. Yeah, we're giving as an option. We are not a IP CCTV camera expert.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, understood.
Yeah, because I know where you're coming from. You're coming from a very, very drastic manner whereby you wish to experience a copper at the back end, and at the last mile, you want to run 20 cameras on a full
Yeah,
HD.
that
Hey,
requires
I
a
mean,
fiber connection. You
because
won't
it looks
expect.
like the current scenario. It looks something like fiber because I can go up to 1,500 meters.
Yeah.
So it's like quite, yeah.
But
So
no,
maybe I'll,
no harm trying. No harm trying. We don't try, we don't know.
okay, no, I just want to check for this 1,500 meters. It only works for the telephony, or can I connect a camera within 1,500 meters?
So the document said the network connectivity would be up to 1,500 meter. It does not limit what device you can connect at the far end. So it gives you a network connection.
As
So
the network connection as the bandwidth is what I need to know. What is the bandwidth that I can
yeah,
throw
so
within this
that
1,500?
yeah, that's the $1 million question. It's
Yeah.
back to cable
Okay.
quality, environment, and so many
Mhm.
criteria on the site. So it's
Take it and try it, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I need to try it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Yeah,
to
I
think
mean, if
about
it
all this
works,
while.
it's another beautiful case study.
Yeah, because I can do more for like all this camera wise. I can use this
Yes.
for far distance
Right.
as
Thank
an
you.
option. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you, Vicky, for the question.
No worries. Thank you.
Do we have anyone else coming in?
Right. We have
Any other
more
question,
time.
please?
If any other question, please.
Sure, Amar. Data sheet supports.
Yeah, Mr. Omar Khayyam highlighted a nice point. So I just want maybe something I need to highlight. So based on the device, because we said that at the far end you get the network and PoE, right? So depend on what device you're connecting, the power consumption might be different. So imagine if we're talking about the P1, P1 can give you up to 80 watts of the power on single port. PN8, it give you 80 watts in total, right? So since it have eight two-wire ports, which means you can plug 8 devices that in total they consume 80 watt. And then on PN24, the total is 160 watt. So that's something also you need to consider when you are using the PoE. You need to check the total power consumption of your devices. And you need to be on same thing you do on PoE switch. So it's you must be familiar with that concept.
So Ali, so you're meaning that 160 watts divided by 24 ports,
Exactly.
is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right. So we have another question on the chat about X303. So X303 two-wire, this model, it doesn't come with power supply because it comes with the PoE. The power up is done by the two-wire. So there is no power supply comes with this. In case you want to utilize a long distance, 1,500 meter, the only option you have is to install another the PN1 at the far end to convert the two-wire back to IP. And then locally, you can plug to a power supply, and the network you can plug to any IP phone. So we have plenty of IP phones from Fanvil, whether you want a budget or hotel model. So we have plenty of IP phones that comes with power supply as well. So for that long distance, you need to use a reverse conversion at the far end using a PN1. Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we are pretty much good. If there's no other question, of course,
Then
you're
I'll go
more than
for, I'll give
welcome.
them another question, Mr. Ali.
Yes, please.
So, gentlemen, ladies, the last quiz question. Are you all ready? Yes. Okay. Now this goes this way. Okay. The Fanvil X303 two-wire phone what is the dimension of its LCD screen?
Wow, tricky question, GC.
Again, Trisha?
Okay, that's good. Let's see the answers. They keep coming.
Yeah.
Right. So meanwhile, the answer coming. Those who already won a gift, please drop us an
Yes.
email to sales@toshi.com.my, and then our team will handle delivery of your voucher.
Right, Trisha. Too bad you already won. You already won a Starbucks. Okay, so it looks
Right.
like you're a very hardcore fan of a Starbucks. Okay, so I think in this last quiz, I believe that the gift will go towards Ying
Let's
Qian, right? Ying
let's
Qian.
open up and see the correct answer. As many of you guys, yes, pointed is 2.4-inch LCD. Do you see who is the winner, please?
Ying Qian.
All right, perfect. So,
Congratulations, Ying Qian.
yes, great. So, yeah, all three winners, please send us an email to sales@toshi.com.my. So we will handle the delivery of your gift. That was perfect. Before we go, just to have a quick wrap up as a conclusion. So as we can see, especially if we're talking about telephony projects, the two-wire help us to give a full IP experience to the end user, even though if they are using a two-wire connectivity. So that is a breakthrough technology. The customer keep the infra and enhance the user experience. It reduced the cost of deployment, as was obvious. You don't need to redo the cabling. One of the major challenges on cabling on old building is the amount of time requires to hacking, build the break through the walls, ceilings, the floors, risers. So that's a nightmare that you can avoid by utilizing the Fanvil 2-wire. So the overall projects would be massively reduced to deploy and deliver to the customer. 300-meter network and PoE is now something that you can achieve with the native network. Even use a Cat6e or best Cat network cable. 300-meter is much far than those network cables can handle. You need additional switch to cascade and provide the connectivity. So with the Fanvil 2-wire, you can go all the way 300-meter data and power in one pair of cables. That's a correction here. I said 1005 while it's 1006.
So you added another 100 meters, Mr. Ali.
Yeah. So it's slipped in my mind. So it's 1006 meter if you just need the network connection without PoE or power. So that is something massive, especially there are many cases, like if you are working on the special projects we have seen on the military campus, jails, there are many environments that you need to provide an extension or maybe a network node at very far end. So this is a real solution for our day-to-day projects. If you want to get pricing, please reach out to GC and our sales team. Of course, we encourage everyone to have their accounts activated on our online shopping, as GC mentioned earlier. So we have a very nice B2B portal, which you can have the pricing, real-time stock availability. You can place order, and even you can pay online through the FPX payment gateway. So all we do is to facilitate, and make your life and our life easy. Any time of the day you want to check if any products is ready in stock, you just need to log into your B2B account and check the stock availability.
Right.
Other than that, I have nothing else, GC. If you have anything or there is any last minute questions.
Yeah,
so
no
we can-
questions, but something to thank all our current partners who are continuously supporting us. Bear with us. We are always innovative. We are always thinking beyond to bring innovative solution for you. Right? We know competition is out there, but we would like to be different and to be as convenient as possible, so that your end users will look at you differently, right? And this Fanvil topic that we spoke about today, it is not something new, yeah. For those who have been in the industry for some time, and if you were to use Avaya, right? Avaya has got a similar technology of an IP phone, proprietary IP Avaya, which can do the same. All right. So we want to tell you that if Avaya could do it with a cost of a Bentley, right? So Fanvil can basically get the same thing going at much more of a cost-effective price with the technology which is far much more inclined further, right? So having said that, we once again from Toshi Sdn Bhd, we would like to thank each and every one of you to allocate your most valued time today in participating with us. Thank you very much. And thank you very much,
Before
Mr.
we
Ali, for
end
your
up,
time.
I think some partner asking for the slides. Yes, we can share. Please again send us an email to sales@toshi.com.my. We are more than happy to share the presentation. The recording would be shared on the either YouTube or social media. And one last more thing, please follow us on Facebook. This would be one of major channels that we will announce many of new arrivals, technology, and we are getting more active on Facebook since that is one of popular social media channels. So the QR code, or you just search Toshi SB on the Facebook. that will give you a closer connection where we can stay in touch. Yeah, back to you, GC. Sorry for interruption.
Right. No, Chief. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, the entire Toshi team too, for coming in and for continuously supporting our partners. Have a
Yeah,
good day,
thank
everyone.
you,
Thank you.
everyone. Take care. Bye.